What up, family? Welcome back to the channel. You already know it's your boy Moose Talks Hoops. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button. You already know. It's a lot of things in this world that cost, but hitting the like button ain't one of them. Yeah. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what to do. Smash that like button and share the video so we can talk some hoops. And can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? The NBA media stole the MVP award from SGA. So can we talk about it? Can we? Smash that like button and share the video, man. First and foremost, salute to the chat. My guy Will in the building. Peace, fam. Chris, salute to you. What up, bro? You can't call cap, bro. You can't call cap on a day like this. You can't call cap on a day like this, man. You can't. There's no way you can justify to me 79 first place votes to 15 first place votes for Nikola Jokic compared to SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You mean to tell me SGA leading the second youngest team in the NBA to the third best offense, fourth best defense in the league, averaging over 30 points, second in steals? You mean to tell me he's only worth 15 votes for number one in the MVP voting? That's all he's worth? Are you serious? Are you serious? Smash that like button and share the video. SGA, he was what, third in points this season? Second in steals? Leads the baby Thunder. These the real baby Thunder. Forget the Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Serge Ibaka Thunder. These the real baby Thunder. Second youngest team in the league to the number one record in the Western Conference. The number one record in the Western Conference. In a conference that had Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr. In a conference that had Ant Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, Jaden McDaniels, Mike Conley Jr. In a Western Conference where you got LeBron and AD and the Lakers. In a Western Conference where you got a James Harden, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook on the Clippers. In the Western Conference where you still got a Steph Curry. In a Western Conference where you got a De'Aaron Fox. Going up against these guys each and every night. Leading guys who most of the team just became of legal age to drink. So when are we going to call out the NBA media? When are we going to call out the NBA media? When is there going to be a criteria put in place for the MVP voting? Because otherwise, it's just a subjective media award voted on by guys who don't even watch 82 games of the regular season. Smash that like button and share the video. Go James, what up, bro? How can we not say SGA got robbed? This is the first time in history a player has averaged over 30 points, led his team to the number one seed in the Western Conference, and did not win MVP. How can we not say he didn't get snubbed? How can we? Because every year the NBA media pre-decides who their MVP is going to be before the season starts, and they stick to that script no matter what plays out in the regular season. Smash that like button and share the video. And you're absolutely right, Go James. It's a straight up clown show. And the reason why it's a straight up clown show is there's no criteria. It's 100% subjective. These media members do not watch 82 games in the regular season. But then we use these awards on players' resumes and either elevate them or bring them down when it comes to their legacy. Smash that like button and share the video. So we can either do two things. We can either come up with a criteria on how to pick the MVP, or we can't use the MVP when we're talking about stuff like where a player ranks in history, a player's legacy, a GOAT debate. We can't have it both ways. Smash that like button and share the video. We can't have it both ways. We can't have it both ways. We can't have subjective media members who go off of agendas and narratives and don't watch 82 games in a regular season, voting on this kind of stuff, and then later on use it for or against players. What part of the game is that? What part of the game is that? Really? This man got 15 first place votes. 15. And Jokic got 79 first place votes? It was that big of a gap between Jokic and SGA? You can't explain that. You can probably explain why you think Joker should have won the MVP, but you can't explain the discrepancy in voting. And it really has become a popularity contest. And the media's darling has become either Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic. Smash that like button and share the video. Smash that like button and share the video. I ain't hear nothing about voter fatigue when it came to voting for Joker. I ain't heard nothing about voter fatigue when it came to voting for Joker's third MVP. I heard it for Giannis. I heard it for LeBron. I heard it for Michael Jordan. Let's get serious, y'all. Let's get serious. When are we going to hold the NBA media's feet to the fire? When are we going to hold the NBA media's feet to the fire? You mean to tell me there's that big of a gap? Let me remind you. SGA's playing with a bunch of guys that should be in the senior year of college. Second youngest team in the league. But they were number one in the West. The gauntlet that is the Western Conference. The gauntlet, which is the Western Conference, where teams in the play-in were damn near 10 games over 500. Smash that like button and share the video. And since it's a regular season award, there's no way you can explain to me why SGA shouldn't have been the MVP. No reason. And on top of that, there's no way you can explain the discrepancy in first place votes. Smash that like button and share the video. What up, Teresa? I see you in the building. The gap is definitely telling. No way in hell should SGA have only gotten 15 first place votes. You got all these teams in the West with a bunch of big twos, big threes, NBA legends, champions, perennial MVPs. And here comes SGA at the age of 25, leading a bunch of 21 and 22-year-olds who most of you can't even name the people that's on the OK City Thunder roster. Most of y'all can't even name their 7-man, 8-man, 9-man rotation. Most of you can't even name their 7-man, 8-man, 9-man rotation down there in the Thunder. And this dude, 25 years old, leads that team from the play-in last year and skyrockets by every team in the Western Conference for that number 1 seed, since this is a regular season award. Puts up over 30 a game, top 3 in point scorers in the NBA, top 2 in steals, averaging over 6 assists. And he skyrockets by all these Western Conference powerhouses for the number 1 seed. And y'all could bring up, oh, they was tied with the Nuggets. Oh, they were tied with the Timberwolves. No, they weren't. They're 3-1 versus Joker and the Nuggets. That's why they use the tiebreaker. That's why they use a tiebreaker to determine seeding. And this man's only good for 15 first place votes. 15 first place votes. And this is why I don't like the NBA media. This is why I don't like the NBA media, because they pick and choose depending on their relationship with a player, depending on their fandom with a player. And it's a personality and a popularity contest. And you got Joker running around with this tired act that he runs around with, that he couldn't care less about the award. You got Joker running around like he could care less about the award. He's so great, he's just bored with winning MVPs. He'd rather be with his horses. Well, if you'd rather be with your horses, drop your jersey and get the hell up out of here. Because I want guys in the NBA that care. Smash that like button and share the video. Like, let's be clear here, bro. And I'm not even an OKC Thunder fan. But I don't see enough people speaking out against this BS. I don't see enough people holding the NBA's media's feet to the fire. I don't see that. You can't look me in the eye with a straight face and tell me this man only deserved 15 first place votes. 15 first place votes? And salute to my guy, Go James, in the building. You are absolutely right, bro. That's the same argument they used for Derrick Rose 2011 MVP. He on the team with the best record, and he the best player. They used that criteria to snub LeBron James in 2011 of his MVP. And then next year, they're going to make up some new criteria, some new narrative, some new storyline to rob somebody else. To rob somebody else. And I already know who they're going to give the MVP to next season. I already know who they're going to give the MVP to next season. They're going to give it to Luka Doncic next season. Mark my words. They done got Giannis his. They got him out the way. They done got Jokic's 3. They about to get him out the way. Luka Doncic is going to be next. Regardless of the season SGA has next year, regardless of the season Ant Edwards has next year, regardless of the season Victor Wembanyama is going to have next year, just mark my words, the award's going to go to Luka Doncic. These guys, it's like college preseason awards on how they decide who the MVP is going to be. Smash that like button and share the video. And it's time to start taking the votes away from these guys. It really is. It really is. It really is. And I don't want to go as far as to say what I'm really thinking, y'all. I don't want to go as far as to say what I'm really thinking and why the NBA media gave Nikola Jokic 79 first place votes. I don't even want to go there. I'm going to keep it strictly basketball. I'm going to talk hoops. I'm going to talk hoops. And when it comes to hoops, you could throw all the stats out there you want. We could talk about team defense, team offense. We could talk about individual offense, individual defense. We can throw all of that away. And let's compare rosters. Let's compare rosters. Since we're talking about the most valuable player. Let's look at value. The most valuable player. And if you want to look at value and who's the most valuable player, it's clear it's SGA. If you want to look at all these teams in the Western Conference, all these teams in the Eastern Conference, and you want to talk about the top 3 players on each team, and you want to talk about big threes and stuff like that, what's OKC's big 3? SGA, Jalen Williams, who's 23, and Chet Holmgren, who's a rookie. And the rest of their roster, who's hovering around 21, 22, with the exception of guys like Lou Dortz and Gordon Hayward, who's on the end of the bench in a rocking chair. Let's look at the word MVP. Let's look at most valuable player. The rest of their roster should be in a frat house. You can't even name the rest of their roster. You can't even name their 8-man, 9-man rotation without looking it up. Without looking it up, you can't even name their 8-man rotation. And you mean to tell me this guy leads his team from being a lottery team, play-in appearance last year, didn't make it, and they skyrocket past the Denver Nuggets, defending champions, skyrocket past the Minnesota Timberwolves, the LA Clippers, Lakers, Dallas Mavericks, Golden State Warriors, Sacramento Kings, all these teams that were so many games above 500. And it was a Royal Rumble in the Western Conference all season long. SGA averaging over 30 points on over 50% shooting. Averaging over 30 points on better than 50% shooting. These guys in the league that's guards at his position that's averaging 20-something points a game ain't even shooting better than 50%. So let's keep it real here. Let's keep it real here. All that, and he only got 15 first place votes? Nah, man, something's off with this system, bro. Something is off with this system, bro. And y'all gonna have to either start letting players vote, players, coaches, and team execs, or you just gonna have to come up with a straight up criteria that doesn't change from year to year and stick to that. For real. Because this is embarrassing, bro. This is embarrassing, bro. It really is. And it's a slap in the face to SGA. And it's a slap in the face to the next player who's going to end up being robbed. It really is. And this has been a historical issue in the NBA. You got guys like Steve Nash who are 2 times MVPs. When we got guys like Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant running around with 1 apiece. It's a real shame. It's a real shame. It's a real shame. D Wade don't even have 1. It's a shame, bro. It really is. It really is. And they can't explain it. They can't explain it because every year their criteria and their narratives change. Hell, Joel Embiid kicked and cried and screamed until he got 1. We've seen guys awarded for MVPs for seasons that they had the previous year. Oh, we got it wrong last year, so this year we're going to give it to you. Are you kidding me? Smash that like button and share the video. And you sound retarded, Prodigal. You sound retarded. Shaq would have more MVPs if he got in the gym. Bro, if you didn't watch Shaq in a Lakers uniform, if you didn't watch Shaq dominate 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, don't tell me about what he should have did or could have did. And I'm going to use your argument against you. So why does Kobe Bryant only have one? Since he was in the gym all the time, that's all he did. If your excuse for Shaq not having more MVPs is he should have been in the gym more, then why the hell does Kobe Bryant only have one? Like, let's be clear here. I seen David Robinson win one when I felt Hakeem Olajuwon deserved it. And we all know what Hakeem Olajuwon did to David Robinson the next time they met. Salute to my homegirl Terry in the building. Salute to my guy, Rap Guy Reloaded in the building. What up? What up? Now let's be clear here, bro. Let's be clear. Do you use that excuse for Jokic when you talk about he should be in the gym more? All we do is see him huff and puff up and down the court. You don't use that against Joker, but you're using it against Shaq. We ain't see Shaq huff and puff up and down the court. We seen Shaq put 4 or 5, 3 guys in the basket. Don't talk to me about why Shaq didn't get more MVPs. It's because he didn't work out in the offseason. See, that's the type of narrative these media guys use. Oh, he didn't say hi to me one year at a party, so he's not the MVP. I didn't like his haircut that one season. That's why he didn't win MVP. It's a whole bunch of subjective, made up BS criteria and narratives to select these NBA player awards. But later on down, when it's all said and done for their career, they use these player awards against their legacy or against a resume. And it's a damn shame that the votes weren't even close. I do got a clear case. You got a player who's top 3 in points, top 2 in steals, averaging over 50% shooting, leading the #1 team in the Western Conference. Team top 3 in defense, top 4 in offense. No other guard is shooting over 50% while averaging what he's averaging. No other guard is averaging in the 20s and even shooting over 20%, 50% from the field. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. But next year, right? Next year, somebody will win the MVP and the narrative will be, well, he was on the best team in the best conference and he was the best player. You kidding me? You kidding me? You kidding me? All I'm saying is make it make sense. When are we gonna hold the NBA media accountable? When are we gonna hold the NBA media accountable? When are we gonna hold the NBA media accountable? That's my question. Are they gonna come up with a set criteria? Or are they just gonna use agendas and narratives? Because if you guys are gonna continue to use agenda and narratives to pick who the MVP is, then MVP shouldn't count for a guy's resume and it shouldn't count against the guy's resume. I'm just saying. What up to my homegirl Terry in the building with a $10 super chat? She says, Moose, we all know why Joker got that award. Preach, Moose, preach it. And I don't even want to go there today, Terry. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, baby. And I appreciate that. Salute to you. And I don't even want to get into that. I don't even want to get into that. I don't even want to get into the politics on how these NBA media members ended up voting Nikola Jokic 79 times for a first place vote compared to 15 first place votes for SGA. You feel me? Like, let's be clear here. Let's be clear here. And let's be fair. Let's be fair. Let's be fair here. Compare the roster that SGA has to all the other playoff teams in the Western Conference. Let's be fair here. Let's be fair. Let's be fair here. You got SGA playing with Jalen Williams and a rookie Chet Holmgren. That's their big three. That's their big three. That's their big three. And Trayvon Fields, not only did he make them relevant again, they are the number one team in the Western Conference, the toughest conference in the league. The conference that was a Royal Rumble all season long for 82 games. The Western Conference where the playoff seeding came down to the last game of the season. The playoff seeding in the Western Conference came down to the last game of the season. And at the end of 82 games, the OKC Thunder stood in number one place. And Prodigal could say Denver and OKC had the same record. Well, why the hell wasn't Denver the number one seed? Oh, I forgot, because SGA and the OKC Thunder whooped them 3 out of 4 times this season. Stop me when I'm lying. Smash that like button and share the video. Don't ever say no dumb stuff like that. Don't ever say no dumb stuff like that. Denver and OKC have the same record, bruh. No, they actually don't. Tiebreakers in effect. And when you have the same record, they look at how many times who beat who when they faced off. And 3 times out of 4, SGA and OKC whooped that ASS. Smash that like button and share the video. If it don't mean nothing, why the hell do we got standings then? If it don't mean nothing. If it don't mean nothing, what does the MVP mean? If it don't mean nothing, what does the MVP mean? Especially since there's no set criteria for the MVP. If it don't mean nothing, so it don't mean nothing that SGA got the best team in the league with the best record in the Western Conference. It don't mean nothing. But them and Denver having the same record meant something when you said it. It meant something when you said it. Because if it didn't mean something when you said it, you wouldn't have said it. But when I say OKC whooped Denver in head-to-head matchups 3 out of 4 times, now it don't mean nothing. Now it don't mean nothing. And that's the type of thinking the guys on the NBA media have. That's the type of thinking they have. Now, I could say it's because OKC is in a small market, but that wouldn't be true. I can say it's because the media doesn't talk about SGA, but that wouldn't be true. So what's the real criteria for selecting an MVP? What's the real criteria? And this is why I say the NBA media, their feet need to be held to the fire. Their feet need to be held to the fire. And like I told you guys to start the stream, there has never, there has never, there has never been a player who averaged over 30 points a game and led his team to the best record in the Western Conference that hasn't won an MVP. Everybody else that did what SGA did this year has won an MVP. Everybody in NBA history who has done what SGA has done this season has won MVP. But guys like Prodigal say that doesn't matter. Well, what matters? Because I seen Nikola Jokic win the MVP based off 3 different criterias every time he won it. Every time he won it, it was a different criteria. And I don't want to be sounding like I'm taking anything away from Jokic. My beef is with the NBA media, not Nikola Jokic. My beef is with the NBA media. He won it as a 6 seed, and they made up a narrative and a criteria for him to win it. He won it as a 3rd seed, and now a 3rd seed again. And each time he won it off based off a different criteria. And when Gilbert Arenas said Nikola Jokic's second MVP is the worst MVP, he wasn't talking about Nikola Jokic, the player. He was talking about the decision, the voting of the MVP. And a lot of people took his words out of context and he said that Gilbert Arenas was calling Nikola Jokic the worst MVP when that's not what he said. Real deal, you absolutely right. Every time he wins it, it's a different criteria. Excuse me. Anytime anybody wins it, it's a different criteria. So at what point does the NBA look around and snatch these votes away from the NBA media? These guys in the NBA media, they don't watch 82 games of basketball. Believe me when I tell you this. And I've been saying it all season. These guys don't watch games. They don't watch games. That's why they come on TV and make the blunders that they make. They come on TV and make the blunders that they make and say guys played well for a certain team and that guy's not even on that team anymore. And this is nothing against Joker. It's not, bro. I'm calling out the NBA media, and I'm calling out the NBA. Next year, we might see a hell of a race between a Victor Wembanyama, a SGA, a Ant Edwards. And maybe Ant Edwards deserves to win it next year. But the media might feel, oh, we snubbed SGA last year, so we got to give it to him this year. Or next year, they're going to be like, Luka needs to start winning MVPs. We need to put an MVP on Luka's resume. And they won't watch a game in the season. They'll just make up their mind in the beginning weeks of the NBA season on who they think the MVP should be. Oh, yeah, you could bank it. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it right now. Luka Doncic will be next year's MVP. As long as he plays enough games, Luka Doncic will be the MVP next season. Mark my words, bro. Mark my words. Mark my words. And I bet you it won't even be Luka's best statistical season next year. Mark my words. Mark my words. Mark my words. I already see it coming down the pipeline. So my message to the NBA is take these votes away from these media members. Take them away. Take them away. Because you guys are devaluing the importance of the MVP award. It's so devalued now that they don't even present the award to the player during the playoffs. They don't even present the award to the players during the playoffs. You remember there used to be a time where the winner of the MVP would have a home playoff game, and David Stern would be out there at center court with a whole presentation, and the crowd used to be going crazy. That's when the MVP meant something. Now you got guys like Brian Windhorst, all these ESPN goofs, all these Fox Sports 1 goofs, all these goof media members that like to try to go viral on NBA Twitter. You got a bunch of these nerds, right? You got a bunch of these nerds with MVP votes. And they sit around with all their nerd buddies and they say, you know what, this year I'm going to give it to so-and-so. And they say this stuff in September, October, November. That's when they decide on who they're going to vote for in the MVP race, in the Defensive Player of the Year award race. Come on. And you notice how they don't bring up voter fatigue anymore? The answer, you see how they don't bring up voter fatigue anymore? They just gave Rudy Gobert his 4th Defensive Player of the Year award. His 4th. We ain't heard nothing about no voter fatigue. We ain't hear nothing about no voter fatigue. It's a shame, man. It's a shame. So either the NBA is going to have to take away voting rights from the NBA media and give it to players, coaches, and executives or former MVPs, or you're going to have to stop using MVPs as a benchmark for a guy's resume or against the guy's resume, because it's not tangible. When you don't have a set criteria, it's not tangible. It's strictly subjective. But then they use these subjective awards to push agendas against certain players or to prop up certain players. Well, so and so has 3 MVPs. He has to be better than Kobe Bryant. So and so has 3 MVPs. He has to be better than Shaquille O'Neal. He has to be better than Hakeem Olajuwon. He has 3 MVPs. So and so is a better defensive player than so and so because he has 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards. How many times have we heard debates and arguments like that? How many times have we heard debates and arguments like that? Guys on your favorite debate channels, guys on your favorite debate shows, whether on YouTube or on TV or on Twitter, Facebook. Oh, so and so's the top 5 all-time player because now he has 3 MVPs. Why does he have 3 MVPs? Oh, because some guy that doesn't watch 82 games of the regular season made up his mind in September, October, November that he was going to give said player an MVP first place vote. And that's what makes him better than the next guy? Because some fat media member made up his mind 8 months before it's time to vote that he was going to vote for this guy? Like, let's be clear here, bro. Let's be clear here. And like I said, this ain't a video to knock on Jokic winning the award. It's not. It's really a knock on the NBA media and the NBA within itself, man. It really is. So I don't feel no type of way when you got greats like Shaquille O'Neal looking Nikola Jokic in his eyes and telling him he didn't deserve to think he didn't think he was the MVP this year. I don't think that's disrespectful. But I do think it's disrespectful that y'all not smashing that like button and sharing the video. Smash that like button and share the video right now. I got more votes on the poll that I got up than I do likes. Smash that like button and share the video. For real. I'm tired of the criteria always changing and there not being a criteria. I'm tired of the media agendas. I'm tired of the media narratives. I'm tired of these media guys who have jobs covering the NBA and they don't watch all 82 games of the season. I'm tired of guys that cover the NBA that are not die-hard basketball fans. I'm tired of guys like Brian Windhorst who lies about knowing LeBron James in high school, and that's how he climbed up the ESPN ranks. And I'm glad LeBron James cut him off too. Brian Windhorst is a lying scumbag. It's really a shame, bro. It's really a shame. and the media has stripped all the value away from the NBA MVP award. It's really a shame, bro. It's really a shame, man. And it looks like you guys voted in a poll, and 83% of y'all are siding with me when I say SGA was snubbed by the NBA media. And yeah, the NBA's got to figure this out this off season, man. They really have to. They really have to. Because year after year, we see goalposts moving, agendas changing, new narratives being written. It's like a soap opera. It's like fiction. It's like a script being written in the off season or in the preseason, and these awards get handed out then. These awards get handed out then. You might as well rename them to preseason awards, because that's when these media members make up their mind. And instead of the players having a benchmark of, oh, you want to win an NBA award, you got to play at least 65 games. Well, if you're an NBA media member, you got to watch at least 65 games a season from all teams in the NBA before you're allowed to vote on NBA awards. That's what the NBA should do. That's what the NBA should do if they're going to allow media members to vote on awards. The media members that vote on awards should have a benchmark, just like the players have a benchmark. They've got to watch 65 games a year for each team in the NBA in order for them to be able to vote on NBA awards. Smash that like button and share the video, man. Get them likes up. This is my proposal to the NBA. The NBA ought to make it a rule that each media member that votes for NBA awards has to at least watch 65 games per season of each and every NBA team before they are allowed to make a vote on NBA awards. Smash that like button and share the video. And I bet you they'll start getting things right then. I bet you they'll start getting things right then. You got guys like Shannon Sharp with a media. I think Shannon Sharp might got an NBA vote. Guys like Kendrick Perkins got a vote. Guys like Stephen A. Smith. These guys are flying all over the country day and night, doing a show here, doing a show there. When do they have time to watch these guys play? They barely watch the games they're covering. For real. It's a real shame, bro. It's a real shame. And the NBA has to do something about it this offseason. They definitely got to do something about it, man. Because these awards are losing their value each and every year. Each and every year, these awards lose their value, man. But y'all know how I do. I put the ball in y'all's court. Y'all jump in the comments and y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I'm about to get up out of here. Make sure y'all smashing that like button and sharing the video. Once again, you already know it's your boy Moose Talk Hoops. I'll be back in a short few moments with another one. Shout out to the chat gang. I appreciate you guys. You guys always show up and show out for your boy. I appreciate you. I appreciate the $10 super chat by my homegirl Terry. Love and respect. Nothing but love and respect. And like I always say, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you here with me, and I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, man. I'm about to get up out of here, family. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Peace and love. Once again, you already know it's your boy Moose Talk Soups. Like I always say, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button. You already know. It's a lot of things in this world that cost